Hello and welcome to another GBPRA interview. We're here today in the Welsh Mountains and I'm joined today by Keith Bradley. Keith.
Thanks Christian.
How are you doing?
To be here. All good at the moment, yeah, the weather's fantastic, winds very light at the moment, so it's good conditions, not great for reading wind or whatever, but
it's a bit still out there today, isn't it?
It is, yeah.
But a little bit of an Indian summer. I think I should have put some sun cream on.
No, it's a great weekend so far.
Yeah, great. So Keith, I think you've travelled further than anybody to be here today.
I've come over from Belfast, and there's not any sort of events in the north of Ireland at the moment for precision rifle shooting, which is something that we need to address. Try and get a lot more interest in it, which is one of the things I'm trying to do as part of Team Jackal at the moment, is to get a lot of experience and then be able to bring that back to some of the Northern Ireland clubs, and hopefully we can get leagues going across there as well. Yeah,
fantastic. Because if there's anybody who doesn't know, we're the Great Britain Precision Rifle Association, which includes all of the UK. So very welcome to have you over here with us, Keith.
Indeed, thank you.
So today's a training and practice day. I think you've been running a bit of practice on a few stages. Are you feeling confident for tomorrow's qualifying match?
Yes, day for me is mainly about trying to get data proven at the various ranges that we're going to be shooting on Saturday and Sunday, to make sure that we have a level of confidence that the elevation at least is bang on, and then we can just start to read wind and work at it from there. Fantastic.
And obviously it is a qualification match tomorrow. Will this be your third match that you've shot?
It is. It's the third match. The first match went reasonably well. I think I finished 7th and that behind Tom Rice. Second match then wasn't featured at all in that one. But for me it's a learning. It's a very enjoyable sport. I'm keen to progress. It's my first year shooting the precision rifle. So yeah, I'm keen to learn as much, get as much experience, and take that forward maybe into next year as well.
Fantastic. Well, it's our third qualifier tomorrow, but there's been another qualifier in December, and then we're also planning for some dates, again qualifiers for 2022 Hungary in the new year as well. So plenty of opportunities to register the all-important two good scores.
Sure. Hopefully, fingers crossed.
Sounds like we started shooting again outside.
Yeah.
We won't keep you too long then.
That's fine.
So Keith, do you want to tell us a little bit about your rifle here?
Yeah, so this is a rifle that was put together in around March of this year, specifically for the precision rifle competitions. It's a 6.5 Creedmoor, and the gunsmith that put the action, the barrel, together for me was Jack Rowlings, JR Firearms. Big shout out, very pleased with that.
Excellent.
So 26-inch barrel, built on a Remington 700 platform in an MDT ACC chassis then.
Yeah, that's nice chassis.
It is very practical and very versatile. You can see with the Arca Swiss reel on it, bipods are very easy to adjust, to take on, take off. The cold tack bag, again fitted with the cold tack backbone, allows a lot of flexibility, changing bags over, adjusting the positions on that as well.
Fantastic. And do you want to tell me a little bit about the scope that you're running?
Yeah, so I'm very pleased with that scope. It's a Delta Javelin. It's a first focal plane scope in mil with mil radians and mil reticle. Very important for me to have that first focal plane, more so not for the elevation but mainly for wind calls.
Of course.
I tend to hold for wind as opposed to dial for it, and that means that you just don't have to worry about what the magnification settings are. You can be confident then that your reticle, if it's 1 mil, it's 1 mil throughout the variation of your magnification.
Great. And I see it's a 4.5 to 30. What magnification do you typically run it at for a match?
Normally between 16 and 20, and what that does, it allows you to find your targets, especially in the target pits here at the moment. We have quite a lot of target pits down at the bottom end of the range, so if you're under that time constraint and the pressure, it can be difficult finding the targets. So if the magnification is too high, you're obviously got a very narrow field of view, whereas I like to keep it down maybe from 16 or 12, then dial in once you've found it and you've identified the target you're engaging.
Understood. And I mean, that's quite a shiny barrel, and I don't think I've seen one quite as thick. I run a DPT moderator on my rabbit gun. How do you find the DPT?
So I'd purchased that for a competition that we were both shooting a couple of weeks ago, and it mandated that you had to use a moderator for it. I've been using a brake on the rifle up until now, and I think I'll just stick with the moderator. It just makes it a lot more pleasant to shoot for you and everybody else that's around it. So because of the actual diameter of the barrel, any of the reflex moderators that would have went over the end of the barrel were too small. Some of the Wildcats maybe would have fitted it, but this was one that I was able to get, and the availability was there, and very pleased with it so far.
Yeah, so the match that Keith's referring to was the Cis Dynamic up in Scotland that we shot a few weeks ago, and it was a very interesting course of fire with 8 miles worth of hiking, and I could have done with a lightweight DPT moderator. I was shooting one of those Wildcat 12-inch Predator over barrel mods, and I'll tell you what, it heats your barrel up some rotten.
It does, yeah, and it was a great event. Myself and John, I think there was 32 teams had entered that. We were lucky enough, we finished third out of the 32 teams behind Alex White and the Accuracy International team. So it was a great experience. John shot very well, and we had a couple of exceptional stages, and then a couple of howlers, which is the normal format for shooting. So very pleased with that, and a great format.
I mean, that's what I really enjoy about the precision rifle shooting scene in the UK at the moment, is you not only got the GBPRA matches in Wales, you've then got up in Scotland, you've got the CIS matches, you've got PRS UK, just so many opportunities for people to get around the country and enjoy the sport. It's fantastic.
It is, yeah.
So Keith, you shoot for Team Jackal. I'm also a member of Team Jackal. I guess our lead shooter at the moment is Tom Rice. I'm yet to interview Tom, but Tom will be here tomorrow. Do you reckon you could beat Tom tomorrow?
Tom is a great guide, and it would be a good standard for me to try and achieve. I am realistic about your abilities and your success within it, but I honestly believe that if you don't set a high standard, you're going to be middle of the table at every match. So yeah, it'd be great to beat Tom. Tom's having a very, very good run of things at the moment, and very knowledgeable, very helpful guy, so I'm glad he's doing so well.
Yeah. Along with the likes of Josh Martin, Alex White, and others, Joe Pask, others that I could mention. They're raising the standard for other people, really, aren't they? Something to aspire towards.
Definitely, and every one of them is willing to help people. It's a new sport to a lot of people within the UK at the moment. We can tell today there's so many people here have never shot PRS type shooting before, and everybody's there to try and loan them equipment to see what works for them, give them a little bit of advice. And that's what I liked about it when I came across last year, was it was a welcoming sport, and people were there to try and help and give you the advice. So long may it continue.
Great. Now, I've been looking forward to asking you this question, because you ran a marathon last weekend, so I'm expecting you to tell me that it's going to be something very, very healthy. But when you come to a match, to a range day, what's your favourite snack?
It has to be Haribo. So it does, yeah.
Mate, you're a marathon runner. How can you say Haribo?
I didn't say what time I finished the marathon in, so I didn't, but yeah, Haribo, we refer to them as vitamins and minerals in our house. Okay. So I do, but yeah, I'm sort of a partial to Haribo sweets.
Okay, mate, great. And let's just imagine that you're already on the ferry, on the way into Liverpool docks, and you suddenly realise you've forgotten something. Can't be your rifle, but you've realised you've forgotten something for the match. What is going to make you go see the captain and ask him to turn around, because you can't shoot without that bit of equipment?
For me, I think it would have to be my Kestrel, because I don't have enough experience at the moment to call various distances. I could estimate the range within a reasonable margin of error, but to know what the elevation and the dope is for those ranges, without the Kestrel, I would be pretty much just losing rounds into the side of the hill.
Yeah, great. Well, look, Keith, thanks for your time today. I hope you shoot really well tomorrow.
Okay, thank you.
Fly that Team Jackal flag.
We'll do our best, that's
but yeah,
for sure.
Thanks for your time, mate.
Thank you.
All the best.